Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to talk about something and get your input on it as well. Now, if you guys have been following this channel for a little while, you know that I've been a little bit down on Ubisoft, and I think I am more so down on publishers such as Ubisoft and Sony, and maybe sometimes I come across very harsh towards them, but there was a time Ubisoft and PlayStation, in my eyes, were two of the absolute elite publishers in all of gaming. Like, late 2000s, early 2010s Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed franchise at that point I thought could do no wrong. Like, that was a franchise every year. They were putting out games that I really liked. And Sony, the last few years, they've been absolute trash, in my opinion. 2023 and 2024, if you look at where they had been in prior years. Yes, I'm not gonna crap on a Microsoft as much, because at this point, it's like, what's the point of crapping on Microsoft for the games that they put out? Like, Microsoft has been atrocious. They've been garbage as far as putting out games for a very, very long time, and I have no greater expectations for them. Ubisoft, in the same token, has been kind of trash for a while now, but I still remember fondly about the days that they were doing very well, and every now and again, they'll put something out like a Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and I'm like, damn it, they still can do great stuff. And obviously Sony, I just think they got halted by their live service nonsense, because you go back to 2022. 2022 was a great year for Sony with titles like Horizon, God of War, and Gran Turismo 7, but the last couple of years for Sony have been pretty trash, and Ubisoft, the last couple of years have been pretty trash as well, to say the least. And now, you know, there's a game coming out and being published by Ubisoft that I am incredibly excited about, and that's Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars isn't a franchise that I have a huge attachment towards, and, you know, obviously I talk about it ad nauseum that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I thought were both tremendous games that got me more into Star Wars. Not to the point where I do meticulous breakdowns on Star Wars as an IP, but those games I thought were fantastic. Did they have their shortcomings here and there? Absolutely, but there are games that I really enjoyed, and then hearing that Ubisoft is working on an open-world Star Wars title, and then seeing Star Wars Outlaws footage, I'm like, damn, yo, this game looks really good, and talking to some of my boys that are more into Star Wars than I am from an anecdotal standpoint, they seem incredibly interested in this game as well, and I think there's a lot to be excited for. Now, Star Wars Outlaws will be released on August 30th, 2024, and that is noted, and there's a couple of other things that I'll get to in a little bit, but man, from a gameplay standpoint, what we've seen thus far, I think this game looks incredibly compelling. However, the description also notes, and guys, this is a Ubisoft game. It's a Star Wars game. Star Wars IP, from what I know, it's probably something pretty expensive to do a video game for. Coming August 30th, 2024. Gold and Ultimate Editions, which include the game and Season Pass, are available 3 days early. Pre-order now and receive the Kessel Runner Bonus Pack, which includes cosmetics for the Trailblazer spaceship and speeder. The Kessel Runner Bonus Pack pre-order bonus includes cosmetics for the speeder, cosmetics for the Trailblazer spaceship. Offers, content, and dates are subject to change. Okay, so what you have to know, and I don't know why anybody would expect differently, Star Wars Outlaws is very much going to follow the typical Ubisoft formula, and I don't know if this is going to be akin to the gameplay design as well. Look, Ubisoft has done a lot of open world games. You look at Far Cry, you look at the Assassin's Creed games of recent years, they fundamentally follow a very similar formula. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora as well, and Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, that game's release structure, in my opinion, was absolutely egregious, because you had the special editions of that game going up to as high as, I want to say, $120. Let me actually pull up the price point, because I always forget if it's $120 or $130. It's like stupid expensive for a single player game. So the base game is $70. The Ultimate Edition, which was the top tier edition, was $130. The Gold Edition, as I'm recording this video, is actually on sale for $66. That was $110. So the difference is, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora didn't employ the early access gimmick, where it does look like Star Wars Outlaws will be employing that early access gimmick, which I absolutely dread. And somebody in the comments section below left a comment in a recent video that I did talking about Eiyuden Chronicle and asked, why do you complain so much about this early access gimmick? What's wrong with it? And I'm obviously paraphrasing, but here's what's wrong with it. Guys, they're selling you something that isn't real. This early access gimmick, it's not a real thing. What they're doing is they are pushing the game away from people that dare to spend $70 on the game, while on top of that, monetizing the game to the nth degree, doing DLC content. Do you guys not know how crazy this is? If you're okay with the early access gimmick, and I get it, me complaining about it is going to accomplish absolutely nothing. F all. Zero. I will not do anything. I am a rando on YouTube making commentaries. I will accomplish nothing. Ubisoft is going to make money hand over fist because I saw what happened with Hogwarts Legacy when that came out with the early access gimmick. All of my boys jumped on the digital deluxe edition. I was like, yo, this is absolutely wild. And at that point, I was like, yeah, nothing I ever say is going to deter them from employing this gimmick. But guess what? I'm still going to call it out for the BS that it is. And you let them get away with stuff like this, that's when you're going to start seeing stuff like New Game Plus getting locked away to deluxe editions as well. That's when you're going to see, you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. And Ubisoft has taken several miles. Like, let's be real here. Ubisoft takes mile after mile after mile after mile when it comes to these single-player games, and they're doing it once again with Star Wars Outlaws, and I gotta call it out for what it is, and I think that's absolutely whack that they're going down this route again, but it's not like this is a surprise. This should be absolutely obvious to us, but you know, it's just Ubisoft being Ubisoft, and they're going to continue to do this where they're going to monetize these games. They're already talking about all these various cosmetics and whatnot in the game, and we know that Jedi Survivor did it as well with the deluxe edition. There were a plethora of cosmetics attached to it, but you know there's going to be these cosmetics attached to microtransactions, and what I'm fearful of is how are they going to employ the microtransactions to the entirety of the game? How will the gameplay design be fundamentally altered because of these microtransactions? Or, in the case of this being a brand new game, it's not really being altered, but it's being designed in a certain way so they can employ the microtransactions, so they can make it so you'll gravitate towards them, you'll spend money, because we all know, guys, you guys aren't stupid, you know that Assassin's Creed has been changed, so these microtransactions seem more attractive. That's just the reality of this game, and Ubisoft is one of the prime examples of doing this nonsense. I really do hope this game is going to be good, but you guys know me, I always approach these things with not even a healthy level, an unhealthy level of pessimism. I go into a lot of these games with so much pessimism these days because of all of these different elements in the game, and I really do hope the game turns out well. I played Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I thought it was a fine game. I didn't think it was blowaway, and I still think that $130 price point was egregious, and that game, by the way, hit not the bargain bin, so to speak, but it was discounted fairly quickly. I mean, the game came out, what, 4 months ago, and the Gold Edition is already 40% off for $66. Like, that's a significant discount. I don't know if Outlaws is going to be the same. I think Star Wars as an IP holds a level of cachet that Avatar just does not. But it's definitely going the route of your typical Ubisoft nonsense, so, you know, again, the early access shtick for a lot of you guys, you're not going to care about it. You think it's, like, fine, but Ubisoft doing this for games like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown and, again, Star Wars Outlaws, predominantly single-player titles, I think that's absolutely whack. There's one argument you can make, and I still think it's a whack argument for multiplayer games. Oh, they're going to do that. They just want a certain amount of people testing out the servers earlier, so on and so forth, but man, like, you're talking about games already being $70. It's expensive. Like, $70, let's not mince words here. It's expensive, but now you employ all of these gimmicks and all of these tactics to try to get $100, $110, $130, and in the case of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, it's $110 for Gold Edition, $130 for Ultimate Edition. Do we have any reason to think why Star Wars Outlaws is going to be any different? It's going to have DLC with the Season Pass already outlined, $110 if you want the Gold Edition, and $130 if you want the Ultimate Edition. That's what I would think, and they're also adding that extra nugget of getting early access. So while games, you already view $70 as being pricey, from a Ubisoft standpoint, $70 does not get you the entire experience. $70 is just the get your foot in the door of playing the game if you really want all the content, and this is where price points are really quietly being increased. You're looking at $110, you're looking at $130, and this is going to be more of a regular thing. Sega's doing it as well with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. We talked about that earlier this year, where New Game Plus is going to be locked away to Digital Deluxe Edition. Guys, these publishers are getting more crafty because they know they cannot fundamentally increase that $70 price tag. I don't think that base price can increase any higher, but they also know at the same time there's people out there that if we give them specific content, there's people with the disposable income that's gonna spend $80, $100, $110, $130. In the case of Star Wars being as big of an IP as it is, I think a lot of people are gonna end up spending the $110 or the $130, and I fully expect Hogwarts Legacy 2, Hogwarts Legacy 1, they did that early access gimmick, but outside of that, it wasn't monetized to the nth degree. Oh, you're absolutely insane. If you don't think David Zaslav, WB Games, and that entire publishing team, whoever makes those decisions, Zaslav, I'm sure, is at the helm of it, they're going to monetize Hogwarts Legacy 2 to the nth degree and beyond, as far as that's concerned, and I fully expect that. But, it is what it is these days. I mean, this is stuff to be expected. I'm just telling you guys, maybe be aware of it. And not to mention, Star Wars Outlaws, a game published by Ubisoft. Good luck buying the game on Steam if you're looking to buy it on PC. It ain't gonna be on Steam. It's gonna be a game to try to get you on over to Ubisoft Connect. Now, at the very least, you could sign up for the Ubisoft Pass and play it for, whatever, $15 a month. I mean, that is something that I think people will try to take advantage of, or is it $18 a month? Something like that. That is something to consider. But that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button, so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.